Yo, man, what's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Mickal. Look, man, today's video, man, we got Detroit's gang war, Cash Gang versus BANDGANG. If you're new, man, hit that like button. You know, subscribe and share, man. We're on the road to 800 subs. You already know the vibes, man. To my Nappy squad, man, let's try to reach 5 likes on this video if we can do that. And let's try to reach the big goal is 700 to hit 800 subs, but right now we're gonna try to hit 770 subs. But let's keep on going, man. Let's get into this video.
Detroit has always been one of the wildest cities in the country, but now, with new hot rappers popping off in the area, fans are learning about the war going on in the city between CASHGANG and BANDGANG. Let's take a closer look at one of the craziest beefs going down in the D. BANDGANG is a crew of rappers who grew up together on the blocks of Strathmore and Mark Twain on the west side of Detroit. They're not a huge group.
Yeah, you know it's crazy. You know what I figured out, what I found out is that in Detroit there's like no Crips, just no Bloods. Like none of that. I think it's like the neighborhood you're from. When neighborhood, like they don't bang like Crips or Blood. I think they just bang like what street you're from. I think that's what I think they bang what street you're from.
Group, but they're known for being scammers and putting in work in the streets. There are 6 members of the BANDGANG in total: BANDGANG Lonnie, Maso, Javar, Biggs, Paid Will, and Jizzle P. They're known for tracks like BANDGANG or No Gang and First 48. BANDGANG is also affiliated with another group in Detroit called Shred Gang because they grew up in the same area and both had the same ops. But they are 2 separate groups who happen to rock with each other.
That's what I mean right there, like growing in the same area, in the same neighborhood. That's what I mean.
Often collab on music. They both beef with CASHGANG, who's also known as FWC, a crew that has beef with basically the entire city, including 700, 9000, Block Boys, and of course, BANDGANG. The most well-known member of CASHGANG is FWC Big Key, who has earned himself the nickname Big Op for being one of the most hated dudes.
I want to figure out is how do people live life when they beefing with everybody in their city? Like, can y'all really tell me how does that happen? Like, how do people live like that when they're beefing with everybody in their city? I don't get how they can live like that. They can live with a shoulder. You literally got to live with a shoulder when people in your city, you know what I'm saying? You got ops with your host. I don't know
in the city. Like other members of CASHGANG include CASHGANG Lil Head, FWC Lick, Moore, Mike, and Sticks. Although the 2 crews were never cool, they weren't always at war. But as both groups grew a name for themselves in the streets and in the industry, a tension built that would lead to an all-out war. The incident that pushed the beef between these 2 rival crews past the point of no return was the killing of well-known Detroit rapper named Dex Osama. Dex was one of the most feared savages in Detroit at the time he was killed. He was not part of either CASHGANG or BANDGANG, but was affiliated with another group called Chopper Boys. He was one of the hottest up-and-coming rappers from Detroit in the early 2010s. His career really started to take off around 2013 and earned him a deal with Meek Mill's Dream Chasers label. Many thought he'd be the next rapper from the D to blow up on the mainstream level and put the city back on the map.
If he got signed to Dream Chasers at that time, he probably would have been like the next, you know what I'm saying, the next big thing. But shut the fuck up and say this big thing, you know what I'm saying, Blueface shit, you know what I'm saying.
But Dex wasn't known just for his music. He was also famous in Detroit for the work he put in on the streets. And when your name gets that big, you're bound to make a few enemies along the way. Dex ended up getting into it with BANDGANG after dissing one of their fallen brothers, BANDGANG Dada, aka 2 Dots, who was killed in an alley back in 2015. Dada got into a fight with a man named Denzel Talbert, who ended up gunning him down. A rapper from Shred Gang named Shred Gang Mo.
I understand y'all in the gang, but like, I mean, I understand y'all in the streets and stuff like that, but like, y'all can't just fight it out. Just fight it out, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, fighting is just not, it's not the thing no more. People are just shooting at first sight. They just shooting now. Every time somebody get fucked up in a fight, they tend to go back.
Broke down what happened to Dada in an interview with DJ Small's Eyes.
How did he pass away? He got killed. He got shot.
He says that they were chilling on the block and one of their homies pulled up and asked if anyone wanted to go downtown. Moan says that he had a bad feeling about it, but they all went anyway.
Cause I felt it. I'm like, no, we ain't going, but we end up still going. So that's the only regret I really got. Besides that,
in the streets too, so
live with the punches.
They ended up crossing paths with Denzel Talbert and his crew and got into a fight. It's not clear what the fight was over, but the word on the streets is that Dada tried to snatch Talbert's Cartier buffs, so Talbert ran him down and killed him. Others say it was the other way around, but either way, 2 BANDGANG members ended up getting shot, including Dada, who was killed. Dada was one of the founding members of BANDGANG and a beloved member of the group.
If you try to snatch some or steal some, now I understand that. I can understand now. You try to snatch some, yeah, you can do it, especially when you're in the streets and that. You can't do that. You try to snatch somebody's chain, anything like that. Yeah, you better consequence to that. There's consequences to that. There's consequences to that.
They mentioned Dada in many of their songs, like Dada's Winning by BANDGANG Paid Will. Dex Osama had already been beefing with BANDGANG and Shred Gang, and it's rumored that they had been in a shootout where his AK was shot out of his hand. After Dada was killed, Dex started using his death as a way to seek revenge on his ops by dissing their dead homie. Dex would drop a track called Jackboy featuring Rocane, where he spits the bar, "Right around town, one chopper. 2 blocks hit him in his head, call him 2 dots. The disrespect of Dada didn't sit right with BANDGANG, and it quickly escalated the beef between them. BANDGANG and Shred Gang would start dissing Dex in their own music and on social media. Then, on September 7, 2015, Dex Osama was shot and killed outside the Crazy Horse strip club in Detroit.
2 people have been shot, one of them fatally outside the Crazy Horse strip club.
Damn, one day we're here and shooting outside. Hey, RP, man, I understand people in the streets, but that's not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta be careful. Plus, you're in Detroit. Then I got family out there in Michigan, man. And, to be honest, I went to Detroit one time, bro. Like I went to Detroit, and bro, it was sad, bro. Seeing my people, man, my people struggling, man. And you know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, it was just different out there, bro. I ain't seen none, but when I went to Detroit, like really Detroit, it was just different. And then when I went to downtown Detroit, like, it looks good. But what I do know is they're actually rebuilding back up Detroit how it was when Detroit used to be like the #1 city where people used to go because the car factory thing or whatever. But they're building back up Detroit though. They're building it back up. I can tell you that one for sure.
We are told that this started as an argument over a woman.
Dex's girl was a dancer there, and he had gone to see her. He got into an argument with some other dudes who were trying to dance with her, and the situation escalated into gunfire. Dex would be shot and stumbled to a gas station to call for help. But the ambulance didn't arrive in time, and he would later die in the hospital. The shooting was caught on surveillance, and the video shows Dex firing a shot off into the air before the fight broke out. The 2 men who were arrested for killing Dex Osama, Otis Davis and Dietrich Odoms, were allegedly affiliated with CASHGANG and Shred Gang. Although Dex had his own crew, Chopper Boys, he was cool with FWC Big Key from CASHGANG. The murder of Dex Osama was what started the war that still continues to this day. It made it worse after members of BANDGANG continued to diss Dex on tracks after he was murdered. So Big Key felt like he had to defend his dead homie.
See, he had really nothing to do with the beef between CASHGANG and BANDGANG. I think they said he dissed somebody. I said somebody in the song, and then that's when they started having beef with him. So I mean, what goes around comes around, man. You know what I'm saying? You live by the streets, you die by the streets, man.
The 2 gangs started going at it both on social media and in the music. But in 2019, Key went through some legal problems after he was found guilty of 2 counts of forgery and possession of criminal tools. He ended up avoiding jail time and got sentenced to 4 years of probation. But before he could get back into the war, he would end up catching another charge later that same year for felony fraud. Somehow, he escaped jail time again and posted bond the next day. But just as CASHGANG was celebrating their leader being back home on the streets, BANDGANG would be mourning the loss of another one of their most respected members, Jizzle P.
Aaron Mays, better known as Jizzle P, was shot and killed last night while sitting in a car on Detroit's west side.
On September 23rd, 2020, Jizzle P would be brutally murdered right in front of his own mom. Jizzle P and another dude were sitting in a Chrysler 300 on Fielding Street when a shooter sprayed the car with bullets. The car was parked in the driveway of Jizzle P's mom's house, and she witnessed the whole thing. But she says that the killer let off so many shots that the sparks blinded her from seeing who did it.
25-year-old Aaron.
That sucks, man. That sucks. He was just chilling in his car, man, and his mom saw the whole thing, but she couldn't really see who was it because of the sparks let off so many shots. RP, man, mom lost her son right in front of her, even though she can't see who the shooter was. But I'm guessing they probably got the shooter, to be honest, bro. We really never know.
Aaron Mays was sitting in a car, the two of them cracking jokes, when someone ran up, firing so many shots at Mays, his mother says she couldn't see the suspect's face. There was so much muzzle flash from the gun.
She would go on the news to mourn the death of her son, and BANDGANG would vow to seek revenge on whoever took their homie from him. But CASHGANG didn't have much respect for the death of one of their ops, and pretty soon after the news broke, they would be on social media dissing the dead rapper. Big Key was the first to start the wild disrespect, laughing at Jizzle P's death on Insta Live, saying that he was getting an AR to smoke more ops.
What you talking about? Yeah, you wrong, man.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go pick up my motherfucking AR. I done got too many death threats.
The rest of CASHGANG would follow his lead and clown the rapper on social media and take credit for the murder. It must have been a planned hit against BANDGANG, because Javar later revealed that he got shot on the same day at the same time as Jizzle P in a different location, but survived.
You know, that shit was really crazy because we got shot.
It probably was a planned hit because either they're watching him, because I don't know how they even know where his mom's crib was. Plus, he was in the car with somebody else. Either they got the drop, or they knew, or they just followed him. One of those. Or they just knew where he lived, bro.
Shot on the same day, like at the same time.
So, he was in the hospital recovering when he got the news that his homie had been killed. If that wasn't bad enough, while they were still recovering from the loss of Jizzle P, the group would lose another member, BANDGANG Paid Will. In late 2020, police responded to several shots being fired in the area of Grandmont in West Chicago. They would enter one of the homes in the area and find BANDGANG Paid Will dead from a headshot after what appeared to be some kind of shootout. His death came just a few months after Jizzle P was murdered, which meant back-to-back losses for BANDGANG. Although not widely reported by official media outlets, members of the group would take to Twitter and IG to report the loss of their homie. They also lost a lesser-known member named BANDGANG Lenny Skinny around the same time because both Javar and Lonnie shouted him out in RIP tweets. So the group was losing members left and right, all within a few months. If that wasn't,
they lost members all within a few months, bro. That's gotta be sad. And when I mean sad, I mean for BANDGANG, bro. They lost members in the span of months, bro. Damn. What if they got
bad enough, their ops will continue to taunt them on social media by clowning their dead homies any chance they could get.
That nigga said CASHGANG got 6 bodies this week. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Bro, who said that?
Bro.
Who said they CASHGANG got 6, bro? Who knows that? And then plus the police are probably watching, trust me, because the feds, police do be watching, bro. They for real be watching. So on this live, he has to watch what he's saying. Somebody said CASHGANG got 6 bodies. You got to be careful because police do be watching, bro. And they can really get you because sometimes you can self-incriminate yourself on lives.
Oh, bro, y'all niggas right. This bitch tripping.
But all the violence would attract the attention of police, and in early March 2021, Big Key would have his house raided by the feds. The FBI obtained a warrant to raid his apartment from a judge in Detroit under the suspicion that he had guns and ammo stored there, which would be a violation of his parole. Big Key and his girl were at home when the feds showed up, and the search uncovered a Taurus G3 9mm pistol and a necklace that said Big Key. The feds were able to use the necklace to connect the rapper to his IG account, where he could be seen rocking a chain and sharing all kinds of incriminating evidence of the various crimes he was involved in. It seems like
oh, I told you. Oh my God, I told you. You had to be careful what you be saying. They said incrimination evidence. See, I told y'all, bro. I said you got to be careful what you be saying because police, they be listening to everything. Especially if they know your peoples or your gang is terrorizing the city. They know you, and they want to take you and your crew down for years, possibly for life, where you can't get out, no parole or nothing. Maybe parole, maybe like when you're like in your 60s or 70s. Feel me? I'll tell you, when you like that, cops want you up out the streets, like they want you gone. Feel me? So
this time, Key was finally caught, although they gave him bail, which he quickly posted and returned to dissing ops and continuing his many beefs. Key would get into it with BANDGANG Javar on IG, and CASHGANG Lick would end up dropping a diss track called Wet Jumper, where he dissed all the dead members of BANDGANG. The beef would get even more serious after BANDGANG would almost lose another one of its founding members, BANDGANG Lonnie, who was shot in the head but survived. He would post pics on social media of himself in the hospital, flexing tons of cash, showing ops that he wasn't scared of their.
They tried to do me like Pac in Vegas. I took a bullet to the head, but yo man got hit like I got. He fucking brave.
Assassination attempt. This would lead to even more beef online after CASHGANG Lick and Lil Head would take the bait and start dissing Lonnie under his post. This brought up some old photos.
We said y'all niggas better start wearing helmets.
Bill Lick was once part of BANDGANG, but switched sides and started beefing with his former friends. If this is true, it would be a bad look for CASHGANG, but it's possible that the photo is just a troll and could be photoshopped. Either way, it doesn't seem like the beef between these two crews will be dying down anytime soon. BANDGANG has lost most of its founding members, and Big Key will likely have to face charges for getting caught with the weapon while on probation. It seems like this is just another tragic story of two rap crews who won't stop beefing until everyone is either dead or in jail. But once blood has been shed and dead homies have been disrespected, it's only a matter of time before someone gets revenge.
Yep, that is true. But yeah, that's been the video of Detroit's gang war, CASHGANG versus BANDGANG. Like he said, man, the war is not gonna stop until maybe, you know what I'm saying, everybody is dead or everybody's in jail. That's the only way all this killing stuff between gangs is really gonna stop. But it's really never gonna stop because we have the younger generation that's keep on carrying on and carrying on. The only way I really feel like it's really gonna end is the youth have to stop it and they all get along. But that's really never gonna happen though. But to my Nappy squad, man, I'll see y'all when I see y'all, man.